And another baseline cut there by China. Great seal by number 9. Lin, no basket. 3-second violation. In wheelchair basketball, and actually basketball in general, it must be that an athlete, after entering the key, so the colored part of the zone, they must leave or exit this part within 3 seconds, or else it is a 3-second violation, and it is a turnover at that point. Algeria doing a good job with this press break. Nice finish there by number 12 of Algeria, Zahari. Difficult angle there from the baseline. She wasn't really sure if she should try to go for backboard or just put it straight in. Was able to get the offensive rebound, finish it on the second attempt. Algeria having a player down on the court. And this does happen quite often. Wheelchair basketball is a very full contact sport. Players will fall down. Many players are able to get up on their own if they are of a higher classification. However, with the lower classification players, sometimes it can be very difficult depending on chair setup, disability. And so then a coach or another teammate is allowed to come and help the player back up. And if the player is on the ground during the play and is in danger of the play will actually be stopped. "14 seconds rewarded on the shot clock. China inbound from the baseline. Number 9, Lin from behind the screen again. She was a player that we saw a lot at the 2018 World Championships. And I believe we will be seeing quite a bit of her here at Tokyo as well. Algeria able to get a long pass over half court. China really playing hard on chairs right now. Stopping high on the defensive side, causing an outside long shot for Algeria, able to get the defensive rebound. Offensive rebound by China. They're able to get a 14-second reset. Deciding to go for the outside screen shot, just a bit short, hitting the side of the rim. Algeria doing another great job breaking this press. You can really see the maturity and calmness of the Algerian team. That is a 3-point shot from Algeria. Kim Ghani, the captain of the team, one of the captains. Another baseline shot by China. Algeria needing to stop the baseline a little bit better here on the defensive side. If they keep giving China these easy looks, China will start capitalizing on them. Number 14 of Algeria, Boublala, again on the floor. The coach will now be able to come out onto the court and help pick her up. And that will be called as an offensive foul on Boublal. That is her first foul, the team's second foul. And that is going to be a timeout taken by Algeria. I'm sure the coach is just wanting to give his players a quick breath. It's really difficult to be sitting here and breaking the Chinese press. They're doing a great job out of it, but it does take a lot of energy. Inbound for China from the sideline. Looking potentially for that baseline shot, decides not to take it. Decides to take it. The shot clock was running down. They were able to get the offensive rebound though. 14-second new shot clock reset. Looking for an outlet, able to get that baseline shot. Foul will be called on number 12, Diary.
Foul on Algeria's number 12, Zaidi, her first, team's third.
Number 6 for China, Zhang at the line. First free throw is good. The second one is also good. This is putting China into the lead now. Heading with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Difficult pass there from Algeria, ends up with the turnover. China coming away with the steal, getting some great ball movement and able to see their player down there at the baseline. That was another shot attempt there by number 11 of China, Dai. Not able to get in, however, able to come back with the steal. And Dai able to come in with the finish there at the layup. Algeria able to get the ball over half court. Having 14 seconds now to try and set up their offense. However, China's doing a really great job staying hard on their chairs, making it really difficult to break down onto the offense. Looking for the baseline shot. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and it falls in. That is number 14, Moublal of Algeria. Trying to getting a lot of these baseline looks and a lot of second finishes. They are a little bit taller than Algeria, therefore they're able to get a little bit more offensive rebounds. Algeria really needing to focus on those baseline stops, or else China will be able to start capitalizing on that in the next couple of quarters. And that was an 8-second violation. China ball will come on now from the sideline. From the baseline, sorry. Another great screenshot there. Again by Lin. China not having a lot of movement in their offense. However, they are a team that trusts their outside shooters. They're really good at setting up those screens and getting those players wide open opportunities to score from the outside. Lin setting up again. Algeria going with the hard jump. Lin having to dribble, reset, passes the ball down low to number 6, Zhang, not able to get the basket. Algeria coming away with defensive rebound. Quick outlet pass over half court. And that is it for the end of the first quarter. 19-13 for China.
The score after the first quarter is China.
I think this is a performance so far by Algeria that they can be pretty happy with. They're going to need to be able to help close the baseline a little harder coming up in the next quarters. However, offensively, they're doing a very good job not getting too overwhelmed by the hard press from the Chinese. Here you can see some game statistics. Algeria currently shooting 60%, 71% from the field, so 2 points, 33% from the three-point line. They have not seen any free throws yet. However, China is currently shooting 75% from the free throw line, 3 of 4. Only shooting 42% from the field and no three-point attempts yet. So Algeria having a little bit higher percentage right now than the Chinese. However, the Chinese are also leading the rebounds. Offensive rebounds with 4. Algeria currently having 10 turnovers as well. That's something that they'll have to try to begin to minimize if they want to keep having higher offensive percentages. Algeria ball inbounded from half court. Looking for an outlet. Long two-point attempt banked in off the backboard. It is good. That is number 9, Kimgani. Baseline cut there by China. The basket is good with quite a bit of contact. Great finish there by number 11 of China, Dai. Algeria doing a good job breaking the press, having 3 players over half court. Looking for an outlet. Difficult shot attempt, more of a hook pass. Shot clock was running down. She knew it, decided to go for it. It can happen. There are many players that are quite good at the hook shot threes. However, just a little too flat and just a little too short. Ball ends up going out of bounds. It will be China ball at the sideline. Nice finish there by number 6 of China, Zhang. steal by China. Algeria not able to get the ball over half court. That will be a foul on number 14 of Algeria, Bublau. That is her second personal foul.
Number 14, second, team first. Substitution going in number 15.
Number 15 for Algeria coming into the court, Yang Yan. China coming away with a quick 2 points after the inbound. Lin with the assist, Zhang with the finish. Beautiful high hook pass from Algeria over half court, however, just a little too high. Ball is going to miss the player's hands, go out of bounds. Algeria, hard jumping, pass to the baseline for China. Nice finish by number 6, Zhang once again. A great post player, able to finish really high and tall. Nice one-armed, one-hand shot. Algeria looking for an outlet. Able to connect the dots, get the ball over half court. One second left on the shot clock. Difficult shot attempt about a meter above the three-point line. Goes off the top of the backboard. China coming away with the rebound. That is her shot, definitely from the free throw line. Just a little too flat, bounces back out of the back of the ring. Gets the offensive rebound and kicks it back out. Another baseline shot attempt there by Zhang, and it is good. Zhang currently with 16 points for China, the leading scorer for the China team right now. Algeria able to break. Oh, just missed it. Ball bounced out of her hands, off her foot plate, heads out of bounds. However, great press break, just not able to finish it off with the layup. Good help defense there by number 14, Bublau of Algeria. However, China deciding to go with the screen shot. Another 2 points for Lin. Lin swinging over to number 5 of China. Chen Zwing not quite able to finish. Algeria breaking away. 2 points for number 9, Kim Ghani of Algeria. That is bringing them up to 17 points for this quarter. The first 2 points, however, of the second quarter. China being able to begin to break away. 31-17 with 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Zhang looking again for that right-hand baseline shot, this time not able to fall in. That is going to be called a charge. That's an offensive foul on Algeria. Not quite able to break the press. That foul was on number 11 of Algeria, Samadi. That is her first personal foul, the second team foul for Algeria. Now, if a team reaches 5 fouls in a quarter, that means that every foul after that, including the 5th foul, will result in free throws for the opposing team, so for the Chinese team at this point in time. There we can see Zhang, currently the top scorer for China with 16 points. Number 9, Lin Zuling, the captain of China, coming in with 10 points. China currently raising their offensive percentage with 50%. They were at 41% at the end of the first quarter. Algeria top scorer Kamgani, number 9, with 13 points, also the captain of the team. Looking for an outlet, swings it over to Lin. Miscommunication there by the Chinese. Lin wanted to swing it back to the middle. However, not prepared. Looked like she was about to ready to attack, maybe through the middle for a seal. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Algerian ball from the sideline. A little bit of a panic there on the inbound. Players are only allowed 5 seconds to inbound the ball. 2 easy points there. China able to capitalize on that panic moment by the Algerian team. However, I don't think Algeria will get that. We'll let that throw them off any further. Looking for an outlet. Needing to take a shot. Able to get it off. 3-point attempt looked good, just comes out. Another baseline cut. Able to get the pass, not keeping it high enough. Abdullali from Algeria. Able to get a hand on it, tip the ball out of bounds. Great ball movement there by China. Shot does not go in, however, she will be sent to the free throw line for 2 foul shots. Somali coming away with the defensive foul.
Foul on Algeria's number 11, Labia Simati, her second team sport.
That is her second personal foul, the team's 4th. Therefore, every foul that Algeria commits at this point in time or further in the second quarter will result in foul shots for China.
Substitution, Algeria, coming in number 13.
Dai making the second free throw. First free throw just missed. Substitutions coming in for Algeria. Needing to get the ball over court. 8-second violation. Great hard pressure there by China. And that is something China is known for. They're known for being able to put this press on and not let players get over half court. They're very good at stopping chairs and getting hard contact. Not only can that help increase their energy, get steals, and really give them a good flow into the game, but it really can exhaust the opposing team. Assist by Zhang. Lin there with the 2 points from the baseline. That was a turnover on the inbound by Algeria. It will be China ball from the sideline. Lin behind the screen, puts the shot up, just bounces off the back rim. Able to get the offensive rebound. Nice pass baseline, looking for the mismatch shot. And it is good. That is number 11, Dai. Dai currently making her way up the score chart as well, now with 10 points. That is going to be a personal foul on number 11, Dai.
China's foul number 11, Dai Jiaming, her first, team's first.
Inbound sideline for Algeria. Algeria needing to create a little bit more space. Difficult pass. China, with their height advantage, able to come away with the steal. Great finish there by Zhang, another 2 points. China taking their press off, setting up a high teacup defense right now. Hard jumping out onto the 3-point line. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And the shot is good. That was number 15 from Algeria, Yang Yan. Great shot there from the middle. Again, number 6, Zhang. She's really starting to find her flow right now. You can tell those nerves are getting out. She's definitely more in a rhythm and her shot is very smooth. Great ball movement by China. Algeria coming away with the defensive rebound. Long pass. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Needing to get a shot up, just short. There was no rim touch, therefore it will be China ball at the baseline. 24-second shot clock violation. 7 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 42-19 for China. Timeout is taken by China. Coach is drawing up a play right now, wanting to try something out with the last 7 seconds. His team does have an offensive possession. This is the time to try and set up a nice play to get a good look for their last shot heading into halftime. Not seeing a lot of rotation coming from the Chinese team right now. Currently only having 5 players on the court through the first and second quarter. Really making sure that this lineup is running and going smoothly. Algeria doing a little bit more substituting. They have a couple of players coming in and off. Kimgani currently the captain of the team with 13 points, number 9. China inbound from the sideline. The time will not start until the player touches the ball that is on court. Looking for a 3-pointer, and it's just too short off the front of the rim. That will send us into halftime, 42-19 for China. A great first half by Algeria, leading China for quite a while. China really able to pull it off in the second quarter here. Doing a great job with that press, causing quite a few turnovers by Algeria. 21 turnovers total for Algeria. 10 in the first quarter, second in the third. However, Algeria shooting 53% from the field, 9 of 17. Currently 1 of 6 from the 3-point line. China also shooting 53% from the field. However, having significantly more offensive possessions. They're shooting 19 of 36. China really beginning to find their flow. Let's see which team is going to come out with the most energy out of halftime. There you can see your game statistics. 53%, 53%, both teams shooting from the field, 73% from the close range for Algeria. However, China having significantly more offensive possession. Algeria having a little bit of difficulty with the press coming from the Chinese, causing 21 turnovers so far, something that they're going to need to help to eliminate in the next half if they're really wanting to start capitalizing on their offensive possibilities. You are tuning into day 1, game 1 of the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games wheelchair basketball tournament. This is Group B for the women's tournament, China versus Algeria, and I will be back in the second half. Day 1, Game 1 of the Women's Wheelchair Basketball Tournament and the Wheelchair Basketball Tournament of the 2020 Tokyo Paralympic Games. China versus Algeria, about to head into the second half. Currently 42-19 for China. Algeria and China currently shooting the same percentage from the field with 53%. However, 21 turnovers coming from Algeria, resulting in only 17 offensive possessions compared to China's 36 offensive possessions. China doing a really great job with their press. Hard contact on the chairs, causing some confusion sometimes for Algeria and difficulty getting across half court. Top scorer currently for Algeria is number 9, Kamgani, the captain of the team. 13 points in total. Zairi, Boublal, and Abdali also coming in with 2 points each for Algeria. The top scorer for China is currently number 6, Zhang, with 20 points. Lin, captain of the Chinese team, number 9, coming in with 12 points. And Dai, number 11, coming in with 10. We haven't seen a lot of rotation coming in from the Chinese team yet without any substitutions. Let's see if they are going to start bringing in some other players to get their first moments on this court here in the second half. Algeria doing a very good job so far, getting everybody in, getting everybody a feeling right now for this atmosphere. We are in the Musashino Forest Sport Plaza. This is one of the beautiful venues here, one of the 2 beautiful venues here in Tokyo that the Wheelchair Basketball Tournament will be taking place in, the Ariake Arena being the other one. Games beginning there tomorrow. China starting off the third quarter with the ball. Shot just a little bit short. China pulling off their press. Algeria able to bring the ball up quite easily from back court. Looking for an outlet. Long pass, just not high enough. China able to get a hand on it, able to make the cut baseline, and it's good. That is the first 2 points of the second half. First 2 points for Algeria. China did win the third quarter, 23-6. So Algeria looking to have a little bit better of an offensive performance here in the third quarter. Second quarter, sorry, that they won. Now looking to have a little bit better performance here in the third quarter. That will be a foul called on number 9, Kamgani. However, not a shooting foul, therefore there will be no foul shots rewarded. China will have the ball inbounded sideline, passing to number 11. That was Dai with the attempt, not quite able to get it to go in. Looking for an outlet. High pressure there from China. 4 seconds left on the shot clock, needing to get a shot attempt off. Getting a last second shot attempt, a little bit rushed, a little too hard, hits at the ring, bounces off the other side. China coming away with the defensive rebound and the fast break finish. 44-21 for China. China able to get 2 hands on that pass. Looking at a 2-on-1 possession potentially, decides to pull it off. Algeria defense able to recover. Great ball movement, great cut down the middle, and a wonderful finish there by number 8 of China, Lin. Her first 2 points of this game so far. Pass a little too high, just going out of bounds. It will be China ball at the baseline. Algeria needing to do a little bit better job taking care of the ball. Nice baseline cut, layup, and it's good. Another 2 points for China and another 2 points for Dai, number 11 of China. Looking at 12 points contributed so far. You can see now the offensive tactic of China is they are working on backpicking. Backpicking is when the offense intentionally keeps a player of the defense back, usually a slower player, so they can have a speed mismatch and end up with more players on offense than on defense. Able to capitalize quite well on that, coming away with another quick 2 points. Again, pass just not high enough. Difficult pass as well, double teamed by China. China having a 2-on-1 opportunity, decides to take the layup herself. Great scoop, underhand layup there. That was number 23, Chen Meyer of China. 1.5 classification player. Nice high pass by Algeria. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass to the middle. 2 seconds left. It's going to be a difficult shot. Able to get it up. Goes over the backboard. It is a shot clock violation because it did not hit rim. Therefore, it will be China ball. Timeout taken by Algeria. I think the coach going to want to collect his team a little bit, have him take a deep breath. They all know that they are physically capable of making better passes. It's just a mental aspect at this point. A little bit nerves, a little bit of overwhelming atmosphere to be here at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. There we see number 11, Dai Jiaming of China, currently with 12 points, shooting 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 free throws. Inbound sideline for China. Setting up a traditional easy screen for a wide open shot, and it's good. That was number 7 of China, Zhang Chunlai. Her first 2 points of the game as well. Difficult shot there by Algeria, just a little too hard. China coming away with the defensive rebound. Long pass to the baseline. Trying to run a pick and roll, ends up going with the screen shot. In and out, Algeria coming away with the defensive rebound. Algeria slowly breaking down the offense. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball still above the three-point line, getting further away. It's going to be a difficult attempt. Long hook pass. Looked online just a little bit right of the basket. Here we can see again China going for a back pick, wanting to keep out the taller Algerian player to be able to have a numbers advantage on offense. You'll see number 8 cut down the middle. Number 9, Lin, looking for her shot. Again, just coming in and out. Another shot that she knows that she can make. We saw her do it all throughout the World Championships in 2000. This is another 24-second shot clock violation from Algeria. Great hard pressure on the ball. A seal baseline. Easy shot just off the front of the rim. A shot she knows that she can make. It will, however, be China ball bouncing off the chair from Algeria. Great seal there by number 9, Lin, allowing Dai to be able to get that open take. Song behind the screen, puts the shot up. China creating a line now, as you can see. Not a hard press, but a soft one, creating a little bit of like a wall and breaking it down slowly, just to help control the momentum of the Algerian team. 3-point shot attempt by number 9 of Algeria. Kemgani, just a little too flat, bouncing back out. And there's number 8 of China, Liu, coming in with 6 points now.
Substitution for Algeria, number 12, Keita Zaidi.
Sehri coming in for Algeria. Looking for a shot here, fumbling around with the ball, a couple of changeover of possessions. Shot's no good. China's able to get the defensive rebound. And looking at having a 3-on-2 offensive possession now. Algeria able to recover. Nice controlled finish by number 11, Dai of China. Currently shooting 50% from the field. Looking for an outlet. Running a pick and roll. Difficult pass there to the lower classification players over the back. Usually lower classification players do have limited range of rotation. Therefore, catching a pass over the back shoulder can be very difficult. Baseline shot for number 8 of China, Liu. And it falls in, bringing 60-21 for China in the third quarter of this game with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Algeria looking for the 3-point attempt just off the front of the rim. Almost getting the offensive rebound, but China pulling away with the defensive rebound. Great hustle back onto defense. China coming away with a wonderful finish on a layup right there. Great focus by Chen Meyer, number 23, as she had quite the pressure on that finish. Went with her left hand as well. There is no foul, so we stopped the play just because there was a player down. So there was no foul called. We just had a player down in the way of the play, and in order for safety reasons, the play has been stopped. Therefore, the player can come back upright. And now we will resume Algerian ball. 3-point attempt. A little too strong coming out of the rim. China picking up the pace a little bit here on their offense. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Another shot there from the baseline by number 11, Dai. 3-point shot attempt by Algeria again. This time a little far to the left and a little bit too strong. China coming in with a fast break. Number 8 by Liu, her 10th point for the team. That is the end of the third quarter. 66-21 for China. Algeria only coming away with 2 points there in the third quarter. China winning the third quarter 24-2. The 3-point shot attempts are very difficult shot attempts. However, they are last-second shot clock attempts, which means that Algeria will have to get the ball either to the rim to get a new 24 seconds or a new 14 seconds, hopefully, or they risk the turnover from the 24-second shot clock violation. The danger with going with a 3-point shot attempt at the end of a 24-second shot clock is that if the rebound ends up being a long rebound and the other team ends up recovering it, then that gives the other team, so China in this example, as we see here, a very good opportunity for a fast break opportunity, which means that the defense hasn't had time to recover and they have a wide open layup. China doing a great job capitalizing on these opportunities as well. We saw a little bit more rotation by China in the third quarter as well, with them bringing in number 8, Liu Guidi, and also number 23, Chen Meyer. Number 8, Liu, now having 10 points, shooting 5 of 5, 100%. And number 23, Chen, also coming in now with 2 points, using the best of those minutes that they got there in the third quarter. And here we go, starting off the fourth quarter, China versus Algeria, Group B Women's Tournament, in the same pool with USA and the Netherlands and Spain. And that will be number 14 of Algeria coming away with 2 points to open up the fourth quarter. Shot just a bit too long. Algeria coming away with the defensive rebound. China looking to establish a little bit of a line here, not allowing Algeria too close to the basket. However, pulling away from their hard press that we saw earlier in the first half of the game. Pick and roll attempt coming in with a foul from China. The foul will be on number 12 of China. Li Chenjiao, that is her first personal foul, first team foul for the quarter. .24 shot clock violation from Algeria. It will be China ball at the baseline. China collectively bringing the ball up the court, wanting to start and use this time to work on plays for the future games. 66-23 for China. Setting up a screen, Algeria with a little bit of a late jump, with a little bit of contact there on the chair. Number 10 from China, Huang with the attempt. not able to finish. Great pass there by Algeria, not able to finish the layup. China coming away with the defensive rebound. Shot attempt from the left side. Able to get the offensive rebound. Great cut baseline, and that is going to be a nice finish there by number 12 of China, Lai. Her first 2 points of the game. She's also a returning player from the Rio 2016 Paralympics as well as 2018 World Championships. Baseline cut for Algeria, just off the front of the rim. China coming away with the defensive rebound. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Goes for the baseline shot, just a little bit too hard off the rim. Going for the long 2-point attempt. Looked good, just came out. China with the defensive rebound. Ten seconds left on the shot clock with the baseline shot from Liu, not able to go in. However, offensive rebound. Great post pass there to the right side baseline. However, a foul will be called on Algeria. Number 12, Zairi. It is her second personal foul. Missed free throw, however, recovery of the ball. It will be China inbound from the baseline with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Three-second call on the Chinese. Low classification player there on Lei Tiano, actually. And that's because it was a seal attempt. So when Chen came in to create the space for Li, it ended up being that she was in the key for more than 3 seconds. And she has to leave the key before the 3-second violation, or else it will be a turnover, and now it will be Algerian ball. Currently for the fourth quarter, it is 2-2. So each team only scoring 2 points here in the last 4 minutes. However, 68-23 for China. Algeria having a really great start to this game with 13 points in the first quarter, doing a great job with the press break when the Chinese had their press on in the first quarter. However, second quarter and third quarter, you can definitely tell that the press got to them a little bit, causing a little bit more mental mistakes and a little bit more fatigue. China now beginning to substitute, bringing fresh players into the third and fourth quarter. Difficult shot attempt, very to the right side, just off the front of the rim. China coming away with the defensive rebound. Number 10, Wang, behind the screen, puts the shot up. Nice arc, however, just popping off the rim. Algeria picking up the speed on their offensive attacks. Cut through the right side, able to finish the layup. Two more points for Algeria. That is from Boublal, number 14. China setting up a screen. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, great arc, however, just coming off the front of the rim. Algeria coming away with the defensive rebound, picking up the speed, increasing their ball movement as well. Passes and looking much better. Post-up shot from the middle, just off the front of the rim. China coming away with a defensive rebound. Screen shot by China. Algeria coming away with the defensive rebound. Long pass to the baseline. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Difficult wide shot. Looked like a little bit of chair contact. And another 2 points for China. Three-point attempt from Algeria, able to get the offensive rebound. New 14 seconds on the shot clock. Shot being just a little too long and strong on that attempt. Heading over to the other side of the court. Defensive rebound by China. Offensive rebound by China after a missed shot. Knocked out of bounds by Algeria. It will be China ball at sideline. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Going for the screenshot, just a little too hard. Algeria doing a really good job now, controlling their movement up onto offense. 7 seconds on the shot clock. A little bit of chair problems there on the right side of the court, almost tipping over. Able to save it and stay upright, however, creating a difficult shot under time pressure. Nice pass by China. Left-handed scoop layup just bouncing out. Pass back to the middle. Going for a long two attempt. Just a little flat off the front of the rim. Fast break attempt by China. Again, great finish. That was number 12, Lee, now with 4 points. Five seconds left on the shot clock. Algeria getting a couple more ball rotations in, taking a long outside two from the left side screen. China coming away with the defensive rebound. deciding to take the shot herself, wide open behind the screen, and it is good. Another 2 points for number 10 of China, Huang. Less than a minute left in the fourth quarter, 74-25 for China. 3-point attempt. Looked like it was on line with the basket, however, just a little bit short. China inbound from the baseline. Algeria creating a little bit of pressure behind the screen, deciding not to jump out of the way. Huang decides to take the shot anyways, pops back out. Algeria coming away with defensive rebound. 10 seconds left. China jumping hard, trying to take away the three-pointer. Going for a long pass, looked good, popped back out, and that will be the end of the game. 74-25 for China. Group of the women's tournament. Great performance in the first quarter by Algeria. However, China's press just creating a little bit too many difficulties for them. Ending up with 30 turnovers total for the game, 10 being in the first quarter. Ending the first half with 21. Algeria ending with 42% shooting. China with 50%. However, the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games have been kicked off with these two wonderful women's teams. Congratulations to China as they continue on. And Algeria is going to keep fighting and bringing everything they've got, trying to find their first international world stage win. Here you can see the final game statistics. 11 steals coming from the China team. A very large difference in offensive possessions, 42 for Algeria compared to the 71 from the Chinese. Top scorer for Algeria was number 9, Kimgani, the team captain, as well as top scorer for China was number 6, Zhang, followed by number 11, Dai with 16 points and Li with 12. Zhang having 20 points herself. Great energy by both teams. And that was game 1 of the women's wheelchair basketball tournament. Group B, China versus Algeria, 74-25 final score. And up next will be Group B, Netherlands versus the USA, taking place here at the Musashina Forest Sport Plaza.
and gentlemen, the International Paralympic Committee in Tokyo 2020 welcomes you to Japan and to Musashino Forest Sport Plaza for the Women's Paralympic Wheelchair Basketball Competition.
皆さんおはようございます。本日は東京2020パラリンピック競技大会女子車椅子バスケットボール競技会場武蔵野の森総合スポーツプラザへお越しいただきまして誠にありがとうございます。
Our next game features the Netherlands and the United States of America and is scheduled to start at 11:15.
さあ続いての第2試合ですがグループ B オランダ代表対アメリカ合衆国代表の試合がこの後11時15分より行われます。
A quick fact on both teams: the United States of America got gold in Rio 2016, and the Netherlands got bronze, so it should be a great matchup.
さあ第1試合グループに登場する両チームをですね改めて紹介していきましょう。まずはアメリカ合衆国、こちらは2016年リオに行われましたパラリンピックでゴールドメダルに輝いています。
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Team Netherlands for the official warm-up.
さあ、お待たせしました。まずはオランダ代表の入場です。皆さん、大きな拍手でお迎えください。 続いてアメリカ合衆国代表選手の入場です。大きな拍手をお送りください。
check out the big screen for a quick explanation.
さあ、それではここで、車椅子バスケについてご存知の方も、今回初めて見る方もですね、改めてルールを説明します。どうぞスクリーン玉をご覧ください。
High-speed action and sensational shots. Be captivated by the drama. Wheelchair basketball. Complete freedom of movement. Impressive shot techniques. This is one of the most popular Paralympic sports in the world. Wheelchair basketball is a fast-paced game played by two teams of 5 players, where the object is to shoot the ball into the opposing team's basket. Every team is comprised of 12 players, 5 players and 7 substitutes. The game consists of 4 periods of 10 minutes. If the score is tied at the end of playing time in the 4th period, the match will continue by the next period of 5 minutes, or with as many such periods of 5 minutes as are necessary to break the tie. The ball, size of the court, height of the basket, and other conditions are all the same as basketball. But there are also unique rules for the wheelchair game, such as the travel rule. Playing the ball is required to throw or bounce after every 2 pushes of their wheels. Players use light and easy-to-use wheelchairs and no brakes. The chair is comprised of 2 small wheels at the front, small magnetic wheels at the back, plus 2 large wheels which are set up at a side to ensure balance and stability. Athletes can walk the whole part of their body, pushing, stopping and turning with ease. Each team consists of 12 players, with 5 on court at any one time. Each athlete is assigned a point value based on their functional ability. Players are classified on a point system from 1 to 4.5. 1.0 athletes having more than significant activity limitation, while most athletes have normal arm or hand function. The main difference between classes are trot and sitting balance. Each team can have a combination of 5 players on the basketball court, but the total of the classification points cannot exceed 14, making strategic team composition and good balance of players vital. High-point players who have more core stability and functional movement than low-point players tend to sit broader in their wheelchairs and provide height on the court, which can prove to be an offensive and defensive advantage. Low-point players who have less core stability and functional movement than higher-point players tend to sit on lower wheelchairs, the bucketed seat giving them more support for ball handling and to increase their speed and agility on court. The powerful, speedy matches captivate the spectators.
Before every game, we'll go take a quick look at key players from both teams.
さあ、続いて第2試合グループ B はオランダ代表とそしてアメリカ代表ですが、この両チームのキープレーヤーをここで紹介していきましょう。
Starting with the United States of America, number 8, Natalie Schneider.
まずはアメリカシュック代表8番ナタリー・シュナイダー。
Natalie first started her athlete career playing She made her international debut in 2008, and she's making her fourth appearance in Paralympic Games here in Tokyo.
まずはナタリー・シュナイダー選手、スタートはシッティングバレー、座って競技を行うバレーの選手でした。その彼女が2008年に国際デビューし、パラリンピック大会では4度目の出場となります。
For the Netherlands, let's look at number 11, Shakova.
さあ続いてオランダ代表は11番カー・ポルバー選手です。
Cher started with the national team in 1998, and she's making here her sixth appearance in Paralympic Games in Tokyo.
さあカー・ポルバー選手は1998年に代表にデビューしています。そしてパラリンピックは大会6度目の出場ということで、今大会ですね、両チームのベテランがどう機能するか、こういった点をですね、注目していただければと思います。
Hello and welcome to Game 2 of Day 1 here at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. We have the Netherlands about to take off against Team USA. The Netherlands, the 2018 defending world champions. USA, the 2016 Rio Paralympic defending gold medalists. Quite the game to start off the tournament here with Group B. Group B also consisting of the two games that we just had with Algeria and China, and also including Spain, who we will be seeing later on in this tournament. And I believe we are about to kick off with the introductions for Team USA. And now for the introduction of the Netherlands. And now for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthems of the United States of America and the Netherlands.
まずはじめに両国国歌の演奏です。はじめにアメリカ合衆国国歌、続いてオランダ国歌の演奏です。
And now for the national anthem of the Netherlands. And as you can see, quite a bit of an emotional moment there for some of these players. A year delayed, they're finally here. They can't believe it. A lot of their ambitions were just to be here at the 2020 Tokyo Paralympic Games, and that moment is now finally happening. The USA coming in with a very young team, only 3 returning from the Rio 2016 Paralympic team. The Netherlands coming in with a much more cohesive team. They've been together very long. The USA have quite the rookie group. They have a couple of players that this is their first time ever wearing the USA jersey. Number 3, Abby Balaki being one of them from Minnesota, here with a couple of her junior teammates that she played with growing up and kind of idolized for a little bit. Rose Hollerman and Josie Laskin, also from that Minnesota program. The Netherlands coming in with a team that has quite the bit of experience. So you have Cher Corver coming in. This will be her 6th Paralympic Games. Karina de Roy, this will be her 5th Paralympic Games. Jitska Visser, also multiple Paralympic Games since 2008. She's been a member of this national team. And Mariska Beyer, another very experienced player coming in the London 2012 Paralympic Games. Dominant performance in Rio, and now definitely one to watch here at the Tokyo stage. The referees for our game can be seen right there. Juan Urunuela from Spain, Helen Rosenberg from Australia, Maurizio Zamponia from Italy, and Ang King Ku is the commissioner. Although the USA team is very young, they do have quite the coach. Trooper Johnson, nicknamed Trooper Johnson, Lawrence Johnson being his first name. Multiple Paralympian as well from the men's USA wheelchair basketball team. And as you can see here, the starting 5, Darlene Hunter, Natalie Schneider, Rose Hollerman, Lindsay Zerbrug, and Courtney Ryan. And there we see him, Lawrence Johnson, also known as Trooper Johnson. And if you ever see the NWBA logo from the USA national team, he is that photo actually. And the starting lineup for the Netherlands, Ilse Arts, Sylvana van Hees, Jitska Visser, Karina de Roy, and Mariska Beyer. And now for those of you watching wheelchair basketball for the first time, you might be wondering, why don't the teams just put all their biggest players out on the court? They do play with a classification system where each player is designated a point based upon their level of impairment. The lowest being a 1.0 player, that is with the highest level of impairment, and it goes up until 4.5. Those are the players with the maximum amount of ability, so the minimal impairments. And all 5 players on the court with their respective points cannot go over 14 points total. So the coaches have quite the job doing some math on the sidelines whenever they go to do some substitutions, because if you go over that 14-point mark, you will be given a technical foul. And here we go. Day 1, Game 2, Tokyo 2020 Paralympics, USA versus the Netherlands. Schneider and Beyer going for the tip-off. USA coming away with the ball. Quick early shot there from right side behind the screen, Lindsay Zerbrug. Netherlands coming away with the defensive rebound. Visser behind the screen, passing the ball off to Beyer, looking for the mismatch. Able to shoot over Courtney Ryan, using her height to her advantage. First 2 points of the game going to the Netherlands for Beyer. Another shot for Zerbrug from the left side this time. And it is good. That's 2 points for Zerbrug. She is all happy and smiles. Kramer to de Roy to Arts. Arts from the baseline. Just coming out. Schneider with the rebound, passing it up the court. USA needing it to get it over without the 8-second violation. Ends up being a turnover. Fast break for DeRoy. A little too strong, rolls off the rim. Able to get the ball over half court a little bit easier this time. 2-on-1 advantage. Zerbrug with the layup, just pops out. Kramer with the rebound, but not able to control it. Zerbrug coming back with the ball. USA able to set up a new offensive possession with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Difficult shot for Hollerman. Kramer with the rebound. That will be a foul and an and one, meaning that the basket is good and Bo Kramer will be sent to the free throw line for an additional shot. Foul is on number 5, Darlene Hunter. That will be her first personal foul, team's first foul. And the free throw is good. Inbound baseline for USA. Now when you notice a player shooting a free throw, their small wheels are allowed to be over the line. However, the big wheels must remain behind the line or else the free throw is no good. Great ball movement here by USA. Swinging back to the middle, popping it back over to Zerbrug. And another 2 points for Zerbrug. She made her USA debut in 2017 and has developed herself as a key outside shooter for the team since then. Baseline left wide open. DeRoy, however, not able to capitalize on that layup. Netherlands putting on a hard press. USA able to get the ball over half court. Hollerman able to collect the ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Great little dump down pass to Darlene Hunter from Zerbrug there. However, there was a foul called on number 15, Mariska Beyer. It will be a baseline inbound for USA. Sideline, sorry, with a new 14-second shot clock reset. Elbow shot there for Zerbrug, and it is good. Zerbrug finding her flow early on in this game. Nice little extra pass from Kramer to Ilsa Arts, who is able to get the right-hand scoop finish up and through. 2 points in for Netherlands. Courtney Ryan from the middle, a shot that she is known for, and she sinks it. Great drive down the middle by Bo Kramer, absorbing the contact there from Zerbrug, putting the shot up, knowing she'll probably get the foul. Difficult shot, doesn't go in. However, Zerbrug will be sent, or not Zerbrug, Bo Kramer will be sent to the line for 2 free throws. Zerbrug receiving her first personal foul. First free throw is good. Second free throw just coming back out. Looks like they're gonna recover the ball, however, unable to really keep control. Ball bounces out of bounds. It will be USA ball, baseline. Netherlands coach Gert van der Linden, also a Paralympian. Played many Paralympics with the Netherlands men's national team. Pick and roll by USA. Darlene Hunter, difficult contested layup, just popping off the front of the rim. Mariska Beyer looking again for the mismatch over Ryan. And there it is again. Beyer having quite the range for one of the taller players here at the games. Not only able to finish strong inside, but also outside. Long pass from Zerbrug to Rose Hollerman. Rose Hollerman also, this being her 3rd Paralympic Games. Middle shot again from Courtney Ryan, and again she sinks it. Beyer searching for her mismatch, this time over Zerbrug. Hits the front of the rim. Natalie Schneider looking for an outlet, heavily contested by the Netherlands as they put on a press, making it difficult for USA to come across half court. However, they make it happen. Courtney Ryan again from the middle, and again, and it's in. She is fired up. First Paralympic Games for Courtney Ryan, already with 6 points in the first quarter. Bo Kramer setting the cross pick, Roy driving off. Popping it over to Visser, Visser from the baseline, a little too strong. Hollerman searching for an outlet. Courtney Ryan getting control of the ball, slowing it down a little bit, letting the USA have some time to set up their offense. 8 seconds left. Searching for a shot. Zerbrug from the middle, just too short. Rose Hollerman with the offensive rebound. Difficult shot from underneath the basket. Netherlands coming away with the defensive rebound. Swing to the middle. Back to Beyer. Down to Ilse Arts, spinning. Difficult shot, they need to get it up. Little bit of a scramble here for the ball. And that will be a foul on Ilse Arts. She believes it was just ball. However, ref says that it was also contact. It will be inbound baseline for USA.
Netherlands number 2 is Arts. Her first, team second.
オランダ2番、イルセアルス、個人ファウル1つ目、チームファウル2つ目。
Pass from Zerbrug over to Hollerman. Hollerman to Courtney Ryan. Shot up from Zerbrug, and it's in. Heavily contested as well. Not an easy shot. DeRoy looking for an outlet, finds Kramer. Kramer not able to get the finish up and over Schneider. Schneider being one of the tallest players for the USA. Outlet pass over half court to Zerbrug. The USA doing a really good job controlling their passes and giving good, clean passes to eliminate any turnovers on this press break. Hook pass shot because the time was running down. Ends up being wide away from the basket. Will be inbound baseline for the Netherlands. Timeout being taken. I'm going to assume that Trooper Johnson is probably going to talk to his team about being a little bit more patient, take a deep breath. There's no reason for them to have to scramble or to hurry. They have plenty of time. 24 seconds is plenty of time. Set a couple of picks, good passes, get a good shot off. And the Netherlands probably going to talk maybe a little bit more about their press. They're known to be able to put on a really hard press. However, right now the USA is having a pretty easy time breaking it. Still difficult once they get down onto the offensive side. However, they are able to get over half court, and I think the Netherlands are going to want to be a little harder on chairs.
Defensively, top
As we can see here, leading scorer so far, Kramer, Bayer, both with 4 points, Arts with 2, Zerbrug with 8, and Ryan with 6. The USA not really having played an international game since COVID happened. No one was really sure what to expect when they got here, and they are making a statement from the get-go. Netherlands coming in as the favorites of this tournament, undefeated in any international tournament since 2017, winning gold at the 2018 World Championships, having several MVP and all-star players on their team. Also having a little more experience in this run-up to Tokyo, playing a couple of games against Germany and Spain. Bayer under the basket, putting in 2 more points. Long pass again from Zerbrug to Hollerman. Hollerman looking for a shot, fakes it. Passes to Schneider, caught on contact, pick and roll isn't able to happen. Ball will go out of bounds, it will be Netherlands ball. Trooper Johnson not exactly happy with that last possession, you can see. However, I think he also has a very high standard for his players, and rightfully so. DeRoy with the cut, able to get a right-hand reverse layup there. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Tied score 14-14. There is a foul called. It will be on number 14, Karina DeRoy. Her first personal foul, team's third. Zerbrug from the left side and sinks it. Bayer in the middle, heavily contested, able to get the shot off. Not able to get the full range in her shot, so it comes up just a little bit short. Ryan hustling for the ball on a fast break. Decides not to take it. Netherlands defense able to fully recover. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Ball in the middle to Ryan. Ryan again from the middle, just short this time. DeRoy with the fast break. Pulls it out onto the left side. Difficult shot. Ends up with the contact and falling short. That is the end of the first quarter. 16-14 for the USA.
After the first quarter, the score is United States of America 16, Netherlands 14.
Zerbrug for the USA, coming in and making a statement already with 10 points. Shooting 56% from the field, 5 of 9. First Paralympics under her belt right now here in Tokyo 2020, and she is definitely here to show the world what she has. Top scorer currently for the Netherlands is Bayer, number 15 with 6 points. Kramer with 4, DeRoy, the captain of the team, with 2, as well as Ilsa Arts with 2. USA, definitely the younger, less experienced team out of these two. Very big changeover after the Rio 2016 Paralympics with just 3 returning, Natalie Schneider, Darlene Hunter, and Rose Hollerman. However, they are young and they are hungry and they are here to show everybody what they have. Netherlands, definitely been a lot around each other a lot longer. Very similar team to what we've seen in 2016 and 2018. A couple of changes, but not too many. Couple of players that are here for their 3rd, 4th, 5th Paralympics. having a little bit more experience in this USA team, but both teams having incredible energy right now. And also, as you can see here from Kramer, having a great time. Start of the second quarter. Inbound for the Netherlands from half court. Beyer dumping it down to DeRoy. DeRoy deep under the basket, not able to quite get it up. Offensive rebound. Beyer not able to get it in. Hollerman coming away with a defensive rebound. Swinging over to Zerbrug. Hollerman for 2 points. And those will be the first 2 points for Hollerman in this game. Beyer in the middle. Difficult shot. Foul will be called. She will be sent to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Foul USA number 15 draws Hollerman. Her first. Team's first.
アメリカローズファーマー25ですね。チームファウル3つ目です。失礼。
Foul was called on Rose Hollerman, her first personal foul. Netherlands making a substitution. Freylink coming in, Arts going out, and Korver coming in, and DeRoy coming out. First free throw is good for Beyer. Sinks the second one as well. Coach Johnson telling USA to settle down a little bit, take their time. Another difficult shot there, heavily contested for Zerbrug, however, just goes off, and Schneider able to get the offensive rebound, not able to put it up. Heavily contested from Kramer and Beyer. Swinging over to Kramer, searching for the mismatch. And able to put it in over Darlene Hunter. Hunter being a 1-0 classification player, a member of the USA national team for many years now. She was in the 2012 and 16 Paralympics. Comes originally from track and field. Hollerman for the 3-point attempt, and it is good. Kramer trying to answer from the 3-point line, just a bit short, pops back out. Hollerman with the rebound. Hollerman, Schneider trying to run the pick and roll. Defense brings the help. Shot from the middle from Ryan. Korver bringing the ball down the court. Passes the ball to Visser. Beyer from the right elbow. Little bit of a fadeaway there. Sinks it. Nice ball movement here by USA. Beyer able to get a hand on the ball. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot from the middle from Ryan. Hit the left side of the rim, pops out. Netherlands trying to hold Schneider back a little bit to have a numbers advantage. Korver taking advantage of that and making a pretty open baseline shot, however not going in. Zerbrug right side layup. Another 2 points for this rookie Paralympian. Visser to Kramer. Kramer coming away with the ball. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Visser for the shot. Offensive rebound by the Netherlands. Kramer from the middle. Zerbrugg from the right side, lots of arc, just a little short. Bayer coming away with the rebound. Five minutes to go in the second quarter. Visser looking for an outlet, finds Kramer cutting down the middle of the key. Able to float it up and sink it in. Another 2 points for Kramer. She was in the 2016 Rio Paralympics as a rookie, only 22 years old. 4.5 classification player, and now currently with 10 points for the Netherlands. The Netherlands able to score probably a little bit more in the paint than the USA is wanting to. The USA is going to need to start closing a little bit more of their gaps and helping a couple of their players that are being attacked. So a goal sometimes can be for a higher classification player to attack the lower classification players just because they maybe have a little bit more speed on them or a little bit more ability to use their hips and kind of slice their way into the key. And it's really important that if that keeps happening, that other players on that team kind of chip in and help defend a little extra. We say defend 1.5, so not just your person, but a little bit over onto the other side as well, just to help eliminate that space and those cuts. Substitution coming in for the USA. Josie Laskin coming in for Darlene Hunter. Laskin also making her first Paralympic appearance here at Tokyo 2020. Great ball movement by the USA. Zerbrugg back at it, another 2 points. Bayer searching again for the mismatch. Schneider came a little bit to help, so Freiling takes advantage of that space, makes the cut. Big smile as she puts her first 2 points in for this tournament as well. Hollerman searching for the three, little bit of extra chair contact. There will be a foul called on number 5, Lindsay Freiling. Hollerman will be sent to the free throw line for 3 shots. First free throw is good. Second free throw is also good, and here she goes for the third. Third free throw is also good. 28-26 for USA. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Visser finding Bayer. Bayer searching for a mismatch. Able to get it in. Bayer now with 12 points. Courtney Ryan from the middle, just a little short off the front of the rim. USA defense able to fully recover. Korver dumping it down to Freyling, not able to get it up to hit to the rim. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Bayer also shooting it over, no rim touched. Defensive rebound and foul called on Jitske Visser.
Number 6, Jitske Visser, her first, team second.
フォワード6番イスケープシセル個人ファウル1つ目チームファウル2つ目
Pass from Courtney Ryan to Natalie Schneider. Tilts up on one wheel to get a little extra height. Able to get that baseline shot off over Freyling. 2 points for Natalie Schneider. Korver to Kramer. Kramer back to Korver. Korver floats it up and in. USA offense getting quite a bit of movement. Bayer able to get a hand on the ball. Ryan hustling to get it. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. That will be a 24 shot clock violation. However, Netherlands had control of the ball, so they will be able to continue directly without having to make an inbound. Kramer finding Bayer under the basket. Just popping out as Laskin with the rebound. Gets an outlet to Schneider. Schneider with the long pass to Zerbrug. Zerbrug hustling down for a fast break layup. Contested by Korver, but it's good. Korver searching for an outlet. Finds Bo Kramer, and Bo Kramer finds the basket. Another 2 points for Kramer. Hollerman finding Schneider. Schneider putting it in. Now, unfortunately, being backpicked by the Netherlands, a strategy to be able to have a numbers advantage on their offensive possession. Hopefully creating enough space for a player to get an easy shot off. Korver finding Kramer. Kramer, ball just popping out. Netherlands defense fully able to recover. Hollerman fakes for the three, passes over to Zerbrug. Zerbrug, long two, and it's in. Heavily contested, Kramer falling over, and Zerbrug is all smiles. Quite the appearance this rookie Paralympian is now having. 18 points so far for Zerbrug. 36-32 for the USA. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Netherlands, I think, a little bit surprised. Like I said, the USA didn't have a big preparation coming into Tokyo. They hadn't played any other international teams that are here. They scrimmaged a little bit within their own squad. They had a couple of games against a youth team, an elite eight, or an elite team that they're calling, a developing elite team they have there in the US, with many young, potentially under 25 men's players, but no international games, so any team that's here could really get a sense of what they were in for. And the Netherlands are getting a taste of it now that this team is here to make a statement. Nothing they should be worried about, though. Netherlands having more experience. Just need to take a deep breath. Netherlands looking to get potentially the last shot off. The game clock does have slightly more time than the shot clock by about 2 seconds. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Passing it to Beyer for the mismatch shot. 1 second left on the shot clock. Beyer sinks it, and that will send us into halftime. 36-34 for the USA. 2-point lead heading into halftime for this young USA team. Only 3 players returning from the Rio 2016 Paralympics, only 6 returning from the 2018 World Championships. And this is quite the start. The Netherlands coming in strong. Some of their shots just are not falling. However, that's something that they know they have control of. They know they can put those shots in. And I think that the second half is going to be equally as energetic and intense as this first half has been. This is Group B of the women's tournament. Group B consisting of China, Algeria, Spain, Netherlands, and the United States. China and Algeria played before this game. China coming away with the win, 74-25. And in this tournament play, each team will play every team within their group in the round robin match off before the top 4 head over into crossovers for the knockout rounds, being quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. The teams that are unable to make it to the crossovers will play for the respective positioning games to finish off the tournament. And just as a couple of stats before heading into halftime, Netherlands currently shooting 42% from the field, 15 of 36. USA 53%, 16 of 30. Offensive rebounds, Netherlands using their height a little bit to their advantage, 7-3. Defensive rebounds, USA boxing out very well, 15-10 defensive rebounds. Turnovers, we're not seeing that many, however, 4 compared to 1 for the USA. And out of those 4 turnovers, the Netherlands capitalizing 4 points off of those. Let's see what these teams bring out for energy coming down into the third quarter.
はい、こちらも手振っていただきましてありがとうございます。後半もサポートよろしくお願いします。
welcome to day one, game 2 of the wheelchair basketball tournament here at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. USA versus Netherlands women from Group B currently taking place. Halftime score is 36-34 for the USA. Both teams coming out Hollerman. She was in London 2012, 2016, and now 2020. And she currently has 8 points. Heading over to the Netherlands side, we have Mariska Beyer currently with 14 points, shooting 6 of 13, 46% from the field. And Bo Kramer coming in with 12 points, 5 of 8, shooting 63%. Both were in Rio 2016. Beyer was also in London 2012. The Netherlands coming in as the favorites for this tournament. The USA, very new team, only 3 returning from 2016. Natalie Schneider, Darlene Hunter, and Rose Hollerman. The Netherlands having a little bit more experience. The USA showing that they are young and hungry and ready to make a statement. USA ball to begin the third quarter. Hollerman with the inbound. Hollerman swings it to Ryan. Swings it back to Hollerman. Hollerman from the right side, 45, sinks it in. First 2 points of the second half going to Rose Hollerman. Kramer trying to dump it down to DeRoy after her cut. Ball ends up getting popped up. USA comes away with the rebound, or possession, I should say. Ryan swinging it to Hollerman. Hollerman from the left side now sinks it in. 2-4-2 starting off in the third quarter for Hollerman. The USA, you can see, has sunk in their defense a little bit. They're very far into the key, making the Netherlands shoot from the outside. The majority of the points from the Netherlands were coming in from, in the first quarter, were coming from inside of the key. So USA making an adjustment, bringing their defense very compact and close into the key, taking away that space inside, forcing the Netherlands to shoot outside and prove themselves now from outside. Something they are very Courtney Ryan back in the middle. Taking control of those ball swings, taking her shot, sinking that shot. We saw her in the first half as well. 3 of 4 from that position. Starting off the second half, very well the same. DeRoy swinging it to Visser in the middle. Visser to Beyer for the mismatch. Beyer popping it over to Kramer. Kramer from outside. A little too strong. Ryan with the rebound. DeRoy putting on the pressure. She brings the ball up the court. Great ball swings from USA. Shot clock down to 8. Zerbrugg with the shot. Kramer falling over. No foul called, just player down, and because the player was down and in the way of the possession, it will be an inbound. Kramer crossing from the right to the left, swinging the ball back over to the right to Beyer. Beyer shooting a little strong off the backside of the rim. Running a pick and roll there with Darlene Hunter. Rose Hollerman swinging the ball back to the middle. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Hollerman behind the screen puts the shot up and it's in. $14 points for DeRoy being 41 years old at her 5th Paralympic Games. Beyer in the middle. That will be called a charge on the Netherlands. Number 15, Beyer receiving that foul. It will be USA ball. That is Beyer's 2nd personal foul. That'll be another foul for the Netherlands on Karina DeRoy. Her 2nd personal foul. Ryan over to Hollerman. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice quick pass back to Schneider, who had the cut. Defensive rotation was a little slow there for the Netherlands. Schneider was able to sneak her way in there. Ryan saw her perfectly timed. Instead of taking the shot herself, passes back to Schneider for that wide open layup. Beyer, double contested, fade away. Baseline shot being sent to the free throw line. That will be a foul called on number 55, Courtney Ryan. No, sorry, on number 5, Darlene Hunter. Her 1st personal foul. Both free throws are good for Beyer. Netherlands bringing that press back. USA setting up their press break. You can hear them talk about it. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. Easily gets the ball over to Hollerman across half court. Hollerman from the 3-point line. Off the back rim. Netherlands coming away with the defensive rebound. Ilse Arts bringing the ball up the court. DeRoy to Kramer. Difficult pass, heavily defended. Ball slips out of her hands and into the hands of Rose Hollerman. slows down the tempo a little bit, swings the ball over to Ryan, over to Zurbrugg. Zurbrugg passing a little too far behind, Ryan hustling for the ball. Ryan with great hustle, however the ball goes under her chair and she ends up falling over. Hollerman coming to help her out and upright her. For those watching wheelchair basketball for the first time, this does happen when players do fall out of their chair, either via contact or loss of chair control. They're used to it at this level, and either they can get up on their own or another player is allowed to help them up, or if necessary, another staff member is able to come from the bench and help upright them once allowed by the referees. Shot attempt there by Visser, however, wasn't able to fall in. Ryan over to Hollerman. Hollerman dumps it down to Hunter. Hunter getting 2 points onto the stats for herself. Great finish there by Darlene Hunter. Netherlands again getting into the paint, being able to crash down in there. Kramer finding her way about a meter away from the basket. Foul from Darlene Hunter. It will be her second personal foul. Kramer being sent to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Second free throw is also good. And there we see it again. Great hustle by Beyer trying to get the steal, pop in front of Hollerman there. However, falls over, doesn't have control of the ball. Beyer popping herself back up, smiling the entire time. A player that is truly, I believe, the happiest when she is on the court. Oh. Little bit of a miscommunicated pass. Visser able to get a hand on it. Bo Kramer picking it up. That will Visser to Beyer. Beyer for 2 points. Beyer now with 20 points, shooting 50%, 8 of 16 from the field. Ryan looking for an outlet. DeRoy heavily contesting, able to find Zurbrugg. Zurbrugg with a long hook pass over to Hollerman. Hollerman looking for the pick and roll. Defensive help from the Netherlands came. Swings it back over to Zurbrugg on the right side, and she puts it in. The Netherlands offense becoming a little static now. They're used to a little more movement. However, Beyer still finding her way into the key. Nice left-handed scoop finish. Great hustle by Beyer. And as we see here, a three-point shot attempt from Zurbrugg. Long rebound by Kramer, ends up tipping out over to DeRoy. DeRoy for the fast break layup, easy 2 points. If you saw before the three-point shot attempt, Darlene Hunter had fallen over off the court. The play was not stopped because she was not in danger of the play. player that needs a little bit of assistance to get up. So unfortunately, that means that the USA then had only 4 active players on the court. Hollerman finding Schneider. Schneider popping it up and over and into the basket. Schneider also now with 8 points. Hunter with the rebound, able to pop it out over to Hollerman. Difficult pass as she had Kramer right in front of her. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. High, hard defense from the Netherlands, keeping the USA out of the key at a long distance. It's going to be a difficult shot attempt. 2 seconds left. Turnover by the USA, not able to get a shot off. That is a 24-second shot clock violation with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. The Netherlands will receive last possession. Inbound sideline. 5.6 seconds on the clock. And it's a turnover off of the inbound, however, quickly recovered by Kramer. Half-court shot attempt, short, heading into the fourth quarter, 52-50 for the USA. This is a game that you could be expecting to see easily in a semifinal or a final of a tournament. However, this is group play. These teams have to face off against each other to determine their rankings into the crossover rounds. Each team will play each other within their respective group. They receive a ranking based off that, and then they will cross over into the second group for the knockout rounds. That will be the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. USA being the gold medal defending champions from the Rio 2016 Paralympics, the Netherlands being the gold medalists from the 2018 World Championships, undefeated since 2017 in any international major tournament, so Europeans, World Championships. Yeah, the favorites coming into this tournament, USA with only 3 returning Paralympians from 2016, Rose Hollerman, Darlene Hunter, who you see right there, number 5, as well as Natalie Schneider. A very young new team here for USA. However, you can see their energy and their ambition, and they are here to make a statement that they are, here to show the world what they've got. Both of these teams as well with incredibly experienced coaches. From the USA side, you have Lawrence Johnson, also known as Trooper Johnson. He is actually the NWBA logo, if you see that logo over in the US anytime, of the National Wheelchair Basketball Association. Multiple-time Paralympian with the men's USA national team. And then from the Netherlands side, Gert van der Linden, he also is multiple Paralympian from the men's Netherlands team with a bronze medal as well. These ladies are getting some incredibly experienced coaching advice, and you can just tell it by the playing style. Their fundamentals are solid, and this is some high-level basketball we're watching. Netherlands coming in with a quick 2 points. Natalie Schneider able to recover the ball. Quite a bit of contact there, but was able to pull it out. Get an outlet pass over to Hollerman. USA needing to make sure they keep their passes clean. You don't want to give the Netherlands any extra chances due to turnovers. Ryan finding Hollerman. Hollerman just finding the front of the rim, not able to get quite enough arc on her shot. Netherlands coming away with a defensive rebound. Beyer for 2 points. Mariska Beyer number 15, now with 24 points. 3-time Paralympian starting off in 2012. Courtney Ryan swinging the ball back to Rose Hollerman. Hollerman finding Ryan. Ryan taking her shot in the middle, and there it is again. Currently shooting 5 of 6 from that position. Handoff from DeRoy to Kramer. Kramer to Visser. Visser puts the shot up. A little long, surprises Schneider. Schneider with the catch. Outlet to Hollerman. Back to Schneider. The Netherlands extending their defensive pressure, causing a little bit of chaos. Schneider was open, however, Ryan not able to get the pass off over Beyer. Ryan again from the middle, hits back rim, pops out, Beyer with the rebound. Contact there at the top of the three-point line between Hunter and Beyer. Hunter going down, Zerbra coming over and helping her pop back up. And that will be another foul on Darlene Hunter, number 5, her 3rd personal foul. Beyer passing to Arts. Arts to DeRoy. Zerbrook with the rebound. USA needed to get the ball over. It ends up being an 8-second violation. When a team has possession of the ball in the backcourt, they must cross half court onto offense within 8 seconds or else it is a turnover. DeRoy passing to Kramer. Kramer looking for an outlet, decides to take the shot. Bounces around but does not bounce in. Schneider with the rebound. Schneider hustling up the court, dumps it over to Hunter. Surprises Hunter, another 8-second violation. The press now working for the Netherlands. USA a little shocked. I don't think they were expecting the press to come back again so quickly. But as we've seen earlier, they definitely know what to do on a press break. They just need to get into those positions. Kramer for 3, short. It will be USA ball from the baseline. Zerbrook to Hunter. Zerbrook goes down, loses control of her chair. Hunter tries to tip the ball over to Schneider. However, the ball gets tipped by Visser. Arts ends up receiving it. It will be a no shot though, because a player was down in the key in the way of play. That is considered a dangerous position for that player to be down. So the play will be stopped. The 2 points will not be rewarded to the Netherlands. However, they will have possession of the ball after returning from the timeout.
One thing that we're doing is on our passes, they're kind of either lazy or they're in bad spots where clean up those passes.
As we can hear here in the timeout by USA, Johnson trying to just give their girls a little bit of reassurance on the press break, knowing that if you don't have a defender on you, you should be expecting to get the ball. Don't be surprised when the ball comes to you. And then just have crisp, clean passes. No lazy passes, no sloppy passes. Make sure you have eye contact with your player. You're not throwing it, I don't know, to the back of their head or something, that they know the ball is coming. Just take care of the ball. You can't make any baskets if you don't have the ball. Netherlands, I'm sure, is feeling pretty happy that their press is now back in working order. Caused a couple of turnovers, giving them quite a bit of momentum. with 6 minutes and 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A momentum change could be critical for the Netherlands. Inbound from DeRoy to Beyer. Beyer looking for the mismatch over Hunter. Just a bit short, however, able to get the offensive rebound. Passes the ball over to the right side to Kramer. Kramer puts the ball up, however, just off the front of the rim. Much nicer press break by the USA, easily able to get the ball over half court. Zerbrugg searching for an outlet, bounces the ball over to Hunter, able to give a hook pass to Hollerman. Hollerman ends up stumbling with the ball a little bit, like I just did with my words, and able to recover it. USA not able to, however, get the ball through the net. Visser to Beyer. Kramer in the middle, and it's good. Really hard contact coming here from the Netherlands. However, USA Darlene Hunter totally under control, gets the ball over and to Schneider. Ryan looking for an outlet, swings it to Hollerman. Hollerman looking for the pick and roll. Defensive help comes, finds Ryan in the middle. However, the shot does not fall this time. Great hustle by the USA back onto defense. They do have one player out. However, Hollerman is able to recover. Beyer searches for the mismatch over Hunter and sinks it in from the left side baseline. 5 minutes to go. Netherlands now leading 58-54. Hollerman to Schneider. Schneider back to Hollerman, runs the pick and roll. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass to Ryan in the middle, swings to the left side to Zerbrugg. Nice high arc off the shot, however, just too short. Kramer coming away with the defensive rebound, bringing the ball now up the court. Kramer finding Beyer again, left side baseline. Mismatch over Hunter, however, this one doesn't fall. You can hear the frustration yell coming from Beyer. She knows it can go in. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Ryan swinging the ball to Zerbrugg on the right side. Zerbrugg putting the shot up, doesn't fall in. Not able to quite find her flow here in the second half like we saw in the first half. Bo Kramer, missed shot attempt over Zerbrugg. Darlene Hunter with the defensive rebound. USA pops the ball over to Ryan. 2-on-1 advantage, decides not to take it because Kramer comes in. However, spins out, takes it anyways. Looked good, too strong though. That will now be a foul on number 55, Courtney Ryan. Not actually a bad foul, very tactical, because it is such a close game that when it comes down to the last minutes, you might have to start playing what we call kind of a foul game, where athletes foul and, yeah, softly but on purpose to send players to the free throw line to hopefully receive possession of the ball to get the last shots in the last seconds of a game. Ryan not having any foul trouble. One foul is totally fine. However, a mismatched shot like that from Bo Kramer, plus the foul, sending her to the free throw line for a 3-point attempt. That can give the Netherlands even more momentum. The free throw is not good. However, Bo Kramer hustles and able to get the offensive rebound. Shot by Beyer, not able to get in. Hollerman, however, with the rebound, heavily pressured by DeRoy and Arts. Needs to get the ball over half. Able to do so. Is now being backpicked by Kramer. Ryan searching for an outlet. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Heavily pressured. Hollerman now pick and roll with Schneider. Defensive help comes. Ryan in the middle, and it's good. 60-58 for the Netherlands. 2-point game with 2.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. DeRoy deciding to take the shot there from the right baseline. And it goes in. Experienced player. Knows how to handle those last second moments, those tight game moments. Hard press by the Netherlands. USA able to get the ball over half court to Hollerman. Hollerman waiting on the remaining of her teammates to join her. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ryan from the left side doesn't fall in. USA now extending a little bit higher pressure here on the Netherlands. And then collapsing now down into the key, trying to stop them from finishing inside. Beyer now about a meter outside, right side baseline, mismatch shot over Darlene Hunter, and it goes in. Beyer now with 28 points, 12 of 23 from the field, 52%. Hollerman to Zerbrug. Zerbrug searching for an outlet. Zerbrug to Ryan. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. It's gonna be a difficult shot. She puts it up. It's short. Hunter able to recover. However, it did not hit rim. Therefore, it now will be an inbound for the Netherlands. 24 seconds shot clock violation. 1 minute, 9 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout taken, 64-56 for the Netherlands. You can see Mariska Beyer there, smiling, enjoying this moment. Beyer currently shooting having 28 points, shooting 52% from the field. Cromer with 20 points and DeRoy with 10. On the USA side, you currently have Courtney Ryan with 12 points, Lindsay Zerbrug with 20, and Rose Hollerman with 14. Rose Hollerman there from the US. Third-time Paralympian here at the 2020 Tokyo Paralympic Games. Ilse Arts from the Netherlands. Also from 2016. Little bit of a scramble there from the Netherlands. It looked like they wanted to run a play. Didn't quite work out well, but right side 45-degree angled outside shot from Jitske Visser. A 1.0 player and absolutely phenomenal. Schneider to Ryan. Ryan finding Hollerman. Ryan to Zerbrug. Zerbrug for three. Off the back of the rim. 24 seconds left to go in the game. Schneider fouls Visser. It is called an unsportsmanlike foul. That is what happens if a player fouls intentionally but makes no play for the ball, or it is too blatant of a contact. It must be a play for the ball. It is her first personal foul and the fourth team foul for USA. So now any foul that they have after this will send the Netherlands to the free throw line. However, because it was considered unsportsmanlike, Jitske Visser will be at the free throw line by herself. USA will have no attempt at a rebound. The first one is good. And the second one is also good for four-time Paralympian Jitske Visser. DeRoy with the inbound. Over to Kramer. DeRoy behind the screen. Able to find Beyer. Beyer heavily contested in the key. No shot, foul before. It will be an inbound. No, sorry, because USA is now in team fouls, Beyer will receive free throws. And that is Courtney Ryan's fourth personal foul. First free throw, just a little short. Second one pops out. Schneider with the rebound. USA down with 12 with 10 seconds left in the game. Zerbrug finding Ryan. Ryan finding Hollerman. They're just looking to get one last good shot off. Ryan in the middle, and there it is. Ryan with 2 more points to finish off the game. 68-58 for the Netherlands. What a game. Second game of this tournament, and this is a game you could easily find in a semifinal or a final. USA defending 2016 Rio Paralympic gold medalists. Netherlands 2018 world champions. What a game. These teams came out with full energy. Definitely keep an eye on both of them continuing on in this tournament. Group B of the women's tournament, also including Algeria, China, and Spain. Mariska Beyer ending the game with 20 points, 52%. Kramer with 20 points, 40%. And from the USA side, Lindsay Zerbrug with 20 points, and Courtney Ryan and Rose Hollerman each with 14. Here's your final game statistics. USA shooting 48%, Netherlands with 44%. However, with 10 possessions less on offense than the Netherlands, means that little bit higher shooting percentage didn't help them too much. It was the turnovers from the press break that really ended up killing them. Netherlands capitalizing 8 points from turnovers. USA having 11 turnovers. It was really the passing at the end and the press that ended up working for the Netherlands in the second half that helped give them that momentum to pull off this 10-point win. Again, Netherlands, USA, Group B, 68-58 for the Netherlands. Good luck to both teams as they continue on in this tournament. This is the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Game 2 of this tournament, USA versus the Netherlands. 68-58 end result for the Netherlands. Definitely pulling away in the fourth quarter, 18-6. USA only scoring 6 points, and you can see some happy faces as the Netherlands advance forwards with 1 win so far in their pockets. This is the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games, and thank you for tuning in.